Namaste, namaskar, hello and a very, very good morning ladies and gentlemen. Well, I'm your host for this absolutely wonderful morning and my name is Vani Sharma. I'm really happy, glad and delighted to be welcoming one and all to this absolutely wonderful event, to this grandeur event I would say. Ladies and gentlemen, we all are here for the orientation meet for Sustainable Livelihood Mission. And I'd like to thank each one of you for taking out your precious time and joining us here at this beautiful event. So, सबसे पहले मैं चाहूँगी कि आप सभी लोग अपने लिए जोरदार तालियां बजा लें. Come on, thanking all of you for joining in, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, तो जैसा कि कहा जाता है कि जब भी हम किसी अच्छे कार्य की या अच्छे दिन की शुरुआत करते हैं, तो हम सब हमेशा अपने अपने गुरुज या भगवान के नाम से उस दिन की शुरुआत करते हैं, राइट? सो मैं चाहूँगी कि आज भी हम वैसा ही करें. Let's just close our eyes and just get connected to the Almighty, to our gurus, and हम इससे अपने दिन की शुरुआत करेंगे. और मैं इसी के साथ कहना चाहूँगी कि गुरु रे ब्रह्मा, गुरु रे विष्णु, गुरु रे देवो महेश्वरा, गुरु रे साक्षात परम ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. तो एक बार जोरदार तालियां बजाते हैं. Let's give a round of applause for everybody out there. Okay, so let's begin this event, ladies and gentlemen. And for that, I'd like to welcome Mr. Awadh K. Sharma, who's the chairperson, CFR Group. A very warm welcome, sir.
Welcome you all, distinguished guests, delegates, members, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow colleagues. It gives me a pleasure to welcome all of you to this first orientation meeting of the Self-Sustained Livelihood Mission. I am on behalf of the group of CFR that we are fortunate enough to get support from all of you who are stalwart in the field of skill development. Talks are going on for last a few years, I say, to organize this meet, and now the day has come and we are here to discuss what is the next step forward for the livelihood. As you know, CFR is a unique hub of business solution with sole motto of creating value of assets. It is engaged in providing end-to-end solution to the various business aspects like finance, legal, regulatory, name a few. It has built up a large reputed clients all over the world. In India, name a few is Tata Group, ITC, Levers, and Godrej, name it, except Reliance and 2-3 more giants. We are engaged with everybody directly or indirectly. So what we have thought that we are engaged with this skill and skill missions and skill development for quite some time, and we thought that the ultimate object has not been met. So we took this challenge, and in 2014 we have promoted a company which is CFRCSR Integrated Foundation. It's a Section 8 company which is engaged in various aspects like agriculture, skill, animal husbandry, waste management, improving ecosystem, prevention of natural resources, elimination of water pollution. These are some aspects which the project has been conceived, which has been approved, and stakeholders are ready to take up this forward. Due to COVID regime, This cannot be started, but now within few months all projects will be in place, and where the skill requirement is there on all the projects. So that's why this meet is there. Today's discussion is on skill. What we have done actually in the CFRCSR, we have taken a mission, this sustained livelihood mission. I just want to elaborate two things over there. One is that we are talking about the employment everywhere. Employment is not the cure. Anybody can have employment. You start a project, you will get the need of the person, skilled, unskilled. The job is complete, the man is, that again the same situation will come. And second thing is the livelihood. Livelihood is required basically some sort of a skill. So he is an expert on that. Even the project is complete, then he can have some other avenues of his employment. But what we are talking here is, we are talking about the sustained livelihood issue. It's a long term, we want to build up that person. We want to carry with this person right from the beginning till his lifespan is there. So we want to train and equip him in such a manner that even he has to go for industrial job or other avenues like self-employment or self-help group, he can do it. So our programs is designed in such a way that the person who comes on our platform or this skill mission which we are talking about, he will be carried out through the entire lifespan. Not only on this, the Indian scenario, we are talking to the international level also, where the project is being conceived that about 30 countries are there which are providing skill visas. Majorly are Australia, Canada, some European countries, and nobody has thought of it. We are instrumental in getting some of this approval from the Gulf countries. On 7th October, they came out with the regulations. Now the 5 years visa can be granted to a skilled person. And if something happened to that person, his family will not be thrown out from there. He will stay there and he can work over there. So we have able to convince the UAE government on this, and talks are going on the other side of the Gulf. The major, our skilled, low skills you can say, or primary skills I must say, goes to these countries. Now, what is the need of ours to come over there? You are all solvers, you know better than me. I am a financial person. You are a technical person on their own field. You are dealing with the industry on day-to-day basis. You know their problems, you provide them the solutions. But the situation is remain the same. The government has pumped in so much money, resources have been, all of you have got very hard. Systems have been placed, 1, 2, 3, 4, everything is there. Projects have been taken up, done. But the situation is remained the same. It has not been resolved. Industry is crying for the skilled labor. Skilled person is saying we are not getting the jobs. So we feel that we have to find out some of the bottlenecks, that where we are lacking, or we required some sort of a upgradation of the system. The first is the imbalanced infrastructure. The imbalanced infrastructure means where is the required of the skilled persons or skill that industrial hub is there, the skill is not going, or the persons or resources are not there. What we are doing, we are training the person in Delhi and the job requirement is somewhere in south. So the situation remains the same. So we have addressed this problem through this portal also. And at the time of registration, that his geolocation is being mapped. That will be discussed later on this thing. So what we are emphasizing, a person is where he is registering, he will be getting trained and employed there, either self-employment or industrial employment. Then other is the lack of coordination among various implementing agencies. You train the person, certificate is being given, industry is not taking it up, banks are not financing it, projects are not, people are there. So we have brought every stakeholders together, directly or indirectly on this. So whatever the information is, it is being on real-time basis being transferred to all the stakeholders. So everybody feel that if industry say some training is going on such as the places, so they can pick up. So that is the second aspect of it. And third was the absence of the timely information. So if you see, all we are getting the historical information. You go to the SIP portal, you go to any of the state evaluations portal, you find that either the portal is not working or giving the very, you can say, unauthentic or historical figures. So our is the real-time basis information, what has been happening, it gives the real-time information. Another part is the accountability and responsibility. Nobody, well, people reserves or find difficult in taking the accountability and responsibility in this. But what we have analyzed here, we have put up that regulatory and financial part with the activity startup itself. It doesn't allow you to move further, and then unnecessarily you do the regulatory and financial part of it. Then evaluation and upgradation for last say 10 or 12 years when the gap study was made in 2008. We are still working on the old NOS and QPs and same standard, the same things are going on. It requires certain upgradation according to time, which has not been done. Another is the impact of that assessment of the input. Whatever the input is put up in this ecosystem, that assessment has not been done. People are saying we have put up so much resources, whether financial or others, but nobody is able to tell you what is the final outcome of it. CSR money is there, now they are asking for the impact assessment after certain limits. So people are reluctant to take this money. But our system takes us of it without any risk. And the traceability. Traceability, what I mean to say is the backward and forward traceability. So we have addressed this problem actually, and we have focused on this thing that whatever the resources or inputs are there, you can track backward and forward on this platform. And last one is the regulatory and financial compliances. So that is the major area which are lacking, that has been taken. These are some of the bottlenecks which we have feel that where the objectivity has not been met. So we have tried to address on this. So in brief, I would draw your attention some of the value of addition which CFR can coordinate. Being a standing up for more than 22 years, we know the business cycle and business strategy of this MNCs, national and international, which they work. So what we can bring to you, we can bring you the financial and technical assistance. We can formulate plans, projects. We can provide you the need-based services in the field of legal, financial, and IT services. And we can carry on with this ecosystem hook to the main economy so that recognition of the skill mission can be done. So these are the major aspects which I would like to entitle you on this meeting. That's Mr. Mahapatra. He is the CEO of that Kaushal Ganga, which is the company which takes up this technical aspect of this skill mission. We will elaborate on this thing. Thank you very much again. Thank you.
Well, let's have a thunderstorm round of applause for Mr. Sharma. Thank you for such a warm inaugural address. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I'd like to call upon Mr. N.K. Mohapatra, who is the CEO for Kaushal Ganga Group. Let's have a round of applause for sir. Very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you, everyone. You, my friends, and most of the colleagues from Sector Skill Council, we are very happy to get together. We are not meeting nowadays. After COVID, I think there are few meetings, and you guys are more used to attending departmental meetings, some events here and there. But I have been in skilling. Now I'm still trying to be in skilling, but just trying to give some value towards what we are doing. And I still feel all SSCs have something for pride, which should not dilute. I've been talking to my friends just now. that NSQF standard which you have built from 2009-10 onwards, it's actually a thing where SSC can stand. And if you deliver on that, you deliver quality. It is absolutely assured. And the practices, the places, the norms, places, everything is in place. It's only our importance of maintaining those standards, delivering through those standards, making each part and component of the system, whether it's TP or assessment company, conforming to NSQF standards and implementation will guarantee you quality. So maintain that, continue with that. There are some threat which is happening in terms of ITIs and government system competing with SSC, which is privately driven. You can continue with the industry with you, and you have all the things to gain. Today we are mostly going to talk about a perspective of how to look for livelihood, the future of the next generation. How do you guarantee what they are looking for? Like I was saying, people are today not looking for a job. They are probably looking for beyond a job. What can they do? How can they advance their career? How can they probably do multiple jobs? The moonlighting is being taught. So if the youth is capable and wants a job and beyond a job, are we ready? Probably not. So we need to think about all these things and work on it, and today there are great possibilities. Today itself there is an article on Times of India about GCC, Global Competency Centers. You know, tech jobs are going down all over the world. The people are having problems who are sitting in the US, they are thinking when they will get the letter saying they are no more required. But in India, all the tech jobs are doing pretty fine. And there is going to be a growth of 30, 40, 50% in coming 1.5 years, 2 years. And all good companies forming in Hyderabad or Bangalore, global competency centers, and manpower is increasing. And the reason is India is best cost efficient in high tech jobs. Nobody can beat us. The quality and the price points. So India has long time to go. All your sectors, CC at the tech jobs are the future, and we can work on it. And there are multiple options when people work on tech jobs. Nobody wants to commit 9 to 5. He has spoken a lot about our company, and I'm happy to be part of a strong company like this. We are financially fairly strong company. Our client base are visible here for you. I'm not reading them out, just you can have a look. And we are pretty strong. And with all this strength, the last thing says is we are talking about Integrated Skill Foundation, just to leverage the corporate linkages towards purposeful skilling activities, which is good for the country. These are group companies. Three things which will be important is, in the context of what we are talking, is Kausal Ganga is a LMS portal and Kausal Bazaar is an e-commerce platform portal. Today in the afternoon demonstration, everything will be given to you. We will look for your feedbacks, suggestions to improve on whatever we have done. We have done something, we are not saying it is ultimate. It will need some improvement or some intervention. We are welcome. And that is why we have kept a workshop session with you. Take it seriously. It is not just to see what our team is saying. You think beyond what can be done, you tell us. We will try to incorporate it going forward. Now this is one report which I read in the last 30 days. I'm very impressed, and I thought I'll bring this report to you, which is a heavy context to what we are talking. There is a report by a Singapore company called Asian Venture Philanthropy Network. They worked with a company in London called Catalyst Foundation. They have generated a fairly good report, which will be shared by Vinita to all of you, and you can read it. It's a 100+ page report. But I have picked up a few salient points. I'm just reading them out. These are not my points. These are part of the report. I'm just repeating. Despite India's impressive economic growth, there is still a staggering population of 70 million people who are struggling to access stable, sustainable livelihood in its rural areas.